Hey, light workers. Happy, I guess we're now on Thursday morning. It's 1:20 my time, and yes, you get me again, late night with Tab in my robe and my jammies. I just strongly all of a sudden had like this really intense compulsion to hop on here and share with you. So this is going to be a little bit rambly. I have a tendency, I'm a Gemini, and sometimes how I work through things is by talking through them. And to be honest, I mean, that's this group. I don't really have people I can talk to. So I'm talking to you all. And hopefully something I say is beneficial and insightful to you. But I wanted to hop on. I'm going to out myself to you guys. Nobody else knows that I'm doing this. I am actually writing I'm in the process of writing a book about narcissism and my life experiences, because, I mean, the first 45 years of my life, like, I would say 85% of all of my relationships and interactions with other people were narcissists. And the purpose of the book is to share with others what I've learned, what my stories were, hopefully so that they can relate and so that they don't have to go through all the shit I went through. I mean, bottom line. In the process, though, as I've learned more about narcissism, and that what I have also learned is that I really like this, and I think anybody out there who's experienced it, I think it's really going to resonate for you. Emotional abuse is the same thing as soul abuse. You know, somebody, they raise a hand to you, and you know, they leave a physical, they leave a bruise or something of that nature. Well, it's a surface wound. It heals. There's a memory, but there's not necessarily a deep inner scar. And when you are a victim of emotional abuse, those scars are not surface. Those scars are deep in our souls. And I think what a lot of us are going through is a healing transformational process as a result of all of those deep scars that were inflicted on us. We didn't have a choice. We didn't know. Nobody teaches this stuff. And honestly, the family I grew up in, I mean, they made fun of me. They didn't care. I was a wimp. And you know what? I'm glad. Because what they did was they gave me a spine of steel. I can be soft on the outside. And I can be compassionate and caring and nurturing and giving. But I do have a spine of steel. And I think a lot of people who have been subjected to emotional abuse, it's one of two things, you know. Either you succumb and become a perpetuator of the cycle, or you develop that spine of steel. And I happen to have been gifted with a lot of guidance and insight and clarity over my life that has allowed me to continue to remain soft while being strong. That makes sense? So anyways, that's what this book I'm working on writing is really about, is helping other people. And I'm listening again to someone, and it just triggered this thought for me. I don't know how many of you out there have been the victims of emotional abuse. And I just really strongly felt compelled to broach this subject. It wasn't your fault. It's not your fault. And it is soul abuse. It wounds us in such a deep... It's just, I don't even know if there are words. I don't... This is part of my struggle with writing my book. What are the words? How do you describe the depth of the wounds that you carry within you for emotional abuse? How do we heal those wounds so that we can become whole, move beyond, grow beyond? And these are all the things I'm researching, and yeah. Society at large, I find they're very dismissive. But I also think society at large is primarily dominated by narcissists. So that's not crazy. That's not a big surprise. Narcissists just do not have the capacity to feel emotionally. I mean, they have their feelings, but as far as being able to empathize and just to have a sense of compassion for others, they really don't. And so if the vast majority of our society right now is narcissist, it's not kind of that far-fetched that the wounds that they're inflicting are a joke to them, because they don't feel the way we feel. And this is something I didn't realize until just like, I don't know, a couple months ago. I had no concept that what are the words I want to say? I thought everybody had the capacity or the ability to feel at the same depth and level that I did. And maybe they just chose not to, because maybe it didn't matter to them. Maybe they didn't care. It just was a mind-blowing moment for me, that realization they don't feel the way I feel. They don't process the way I process. It's not even a matter of choice. It's they just don't have the ability. And that's been a bit of a shocker to me, especially because all of my life, you know, I lived with certain people. I had certain experiences and relationships, and it's not just it's my family. It was, you know, friends, and yes, romantic relationships. I thought I had something wrong with me. I really did. I really thought something was wrong with me. I never It never even occurred to me, because this has been my norm since I can remember. You know, first 45 years of my life, this was my norm. It wasn't until I basically just cut off everyone except for the necessity, you know, relationships. And I have been focused on me and healing me. That's been like, what, the last year and a half now? Yeah. It never occurred to me that maybe they were off kilter. Because here, what's the saying? Like, if it's everybody else's the problem, maybe you should take a good look at yourself. Well, I kind of sort of think in this particular situation, no. If you are a good person and you have a good heart and you have good intentions and you are giving your best and you are giving good in this world and you are loving people and you are supporting people and you are encouraging people, how the hell are you wrong? And how are all the users and abusers right? Yeah, there's no logic on that one for me. The other thing that I heard that I really like regarding narcissists, it's a toddler physiology. No, toddler psychology. Toddler psychology in grown physiology. And it's so true. They act like 3-year-olds. Hideous. Hideous. Any of you out there raised a 3-year-old? Terrible twos? Terrible twos are nuttin'. They're just trying to be independent and they're not very verbal. And actually, they're really quite easy to work with. The 3-year-olds, they're independent, they're verbal, and they are obstinate. And your narcissists are grown-up 3-year-olds. They have the toddler psychology and the grown physiology. So, I don't really know where I'm going with this. I just really felt, I just felt the need to share. And I don't know if any of you are working through some things, and maybe this is helpful. And if anybody wants to talk more about narcissism, let me know. I've got a lot, unfortunately. And really, like I said, my goal is to save others, the heartache, the devastation, the complete loss that I've experienced at the hands of narcissists. Nobody ever told me, nobody ever taught me, so I didn't know any better. And I was just a beautiful codependent. And then being an empath on top of all that. Ooh, can you imagine how rich my energy was? They sucked me dry in every freaking way. And I didn't know any better. And I allowed it. So, I mean, I'm not upset with them. But I'm using these experiences as a life lesson to help me grow and heal. But also, I don't want to write this book. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, I lived this shit once. Why do I want to go through it all again? But I do feel very strongly compelled. I need to share it. Because, hey, if I can help one person, one single person on this planet not not go through what I did, or not have the exact same experiences, or if I can just give one person a little bit of an aha moment that helps them stop and think, right there, my discomfort is 100 worth it. Just saying. Anyways, yeah, I really don't know where I was going with this. I mean, I could talk your ears off all night long about my research and my experiences, and the whole thing is based on what I know to be true because of my own personal experience. And yeah. Anyways, if I can help any of you, let me know. And if you think that this video might help somebody else, please, I share it. Share it. Because the thing of it is I did not know. Nobody taught me. Nobody talked about this. I got took to the point I completely didn't believe in myself. I was incredibly insecure because I had been picked at so much over different aspects of my person. I didn't feel that I was lovable or worthy of love. I didn't feel that I deserved success or good things in my life, to the point I actually literally gave away every freaking penny. So what I had, I gave away to a narcissist. Because I felt guilty because I had and they didn't. This is the degree. If you got kids around, close their ears. This is the severity and the level of the mind fuck that they can do on you. And it's not just money. Yeah, it gets into sex too. It's a mess what they can do to you. And without us sharing our stories and empowering each other and educating each other, this cycle is going to continue. So all I know to do is my part. Share the shit, no matter how embarrassing it is to me. Because again, if I can just help one single person not go through what I experienced. So yeah, any of you out there, if you're being emotionally abused, and I'm going to go so far as to say even mental abuse, they're two different things. I know, lived in both, and they're not the same thing. They're similar, but they're not the same thing. And ultimately, though, what they are is your soul, your spirit, your person being abused. And it's such a level, it's such a depth. I don't even really have the words. And if you guys have some words you want to share that might help inspire me with this, to get this message out to others, to help try to save them this cost, because this is a price. Money's money. Shit's shit. Okay? Things are things. Those can all be replaced, but what is inside of you, that level, that depth, that's priceless. Your confidence, your belief in yourself, that is priceless. No one out there has the right to make you feel less than, to take that away from you, or to put that kind of, it just like that dagger, that inner doubt and pain. No one has the right to do that to you. And the only thing I can think of, if you guys have other suggestions, please tell me. Right now, I'm doing the book. I do videos. I share my story a little here, a little there. No one has the right to do that to another human being. It's not fair. It's not okay. And until we speak up and say something, it's going to continue. So, anyways, I know it's really intense. Thursday morning, late night with Tab. But just really felt strongly compelled. I don't know if one of you needed to hear this or part of it, but it's not you. It's not you. And how do we get the message out? And if you have your own stories and you want to contribute, I mean, we can co-author this book. I've got about 30 pages started already, and that's before I go in and add my own personal stories to elaborate. But if you want to contribute, if you want to co-author with me, I don't care. What I do care about is educating other people and helping them not be victims, because they don't deserve it. We didn't deserve it. I know I didn't deserve it. But there it is. So what do I do with it? What's the saying? Make your mess your message. Alright, I'm off my soapbox. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for giving me your time. And, yeah, anybody that you feel that this would be helpful to. Let me know if I need to, like, I don't know if I need to do anything to make it shareable or not, but I just think education is power. I really strongly believe that. Knowledge is power. And if what we don't know, we don't know. And that is where we do become powerless, is the not knowing. So the more we can share, the more we empower, then they get to make a choice. It's up to them. Alright, guys. Much love and light to you. And, yeah, we'll see what comes next. Seems like there's always something, right? Have a fabulous, fabulous Thursday. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.